about you?
I'm doing well.
You must be rich.
Yes, I am.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm one of the practicing therapists here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we're going to be spending about the next hour, perhaps not, just kind of discussing like what brought you in, what's going on. So Rich, what brought you in today?
So I've noticed that I'm lacking in patience.
Okay.
For the most part, I can be a pretty patient person.
Yeah.
But it's dealing with my kid. She's 2, and sometimes my patience grows thin. I don't yell. I don't get really angry, but I just feel like I'm short-fused, where I kind of feel like they should know what I want.
Yeah.
Or they should know the right answer, but to me that doesn't make sense either, because I know they're not adults and they're developing, but it's kind of like I just get short and kind of annoyed easily, and I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's annoying to me, because I know rationally that the small child, my daughter, doesn't know the difference between X and Z or whatever, or I'll find it and I find it cute at first when they keep asking the same thing over, and then it's kind of annoying after a while. It's like, oh no, she'll be like, well, what are you doing, Daddy? What are you doing? And I'll be like, I'm doing this. And then after the 17th time, it's like, okay, I'm just not going to talk to you anymore because I've told you.
Yeah.
Or where's Mommy? Mommy took the dog to Petco. Where's Mommy? With the dog to Petco. And then after like the 5th time, I'm like, I'm walking away.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to handle that, and if that's a normal feeling or it's just and how to process that, because it's kind of, I don't want it to get bigger.
Yeah.
But I want it to be, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to assess that. I don't know if it's a problem. I don't know if it's just a normal feeling that parents have with little kids.
Yeah.
So it's kind of irked me.
Yeah, definitely. I'm interested to know like a little bit more about the family. Like you mentioned, wife.
Wife.
Yeah. Do you guys?
So I'm married.
Yep.
Been married since 2008.
Okay.
No, I met her in 2008.
Okay.
2012.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
And then we live in Columbia Heights.
Okay.
We have a house.
Yeah.
We both work full-time jobs.
Okay.
She works for a neurological clinic.
Okay.
And then I work in counseling.
Nice.
Our daughter is 2. She was born in 2016.
Okay.
In August. So she just turned 2.
Aww.
She's walking, talking.
So developmentally, she's like on track.
Yeah,
it sounds
I think even farther, because she does her ABCs, 1, 2, 3s.
Oh wow!
She's running around the house singing for Jacques, is my favorite.
Yeah.
She pretty much can do it.
Wow.
Some other things that bothered us a little bit is that we think she's picking up some bad language from daycare.
Yeah.
Now
okay.
she hasn't said anything really bad around me.
Okay.
But my wife, she's like a month or 2 ago, they were sitting at the table and she said, "Son of a bitch." And my wife said, "Where?" Like, and I'm like, "It's not even in my wheelhouse. Like, I don't use that."
Yeah.
And then I guess she's been telling my wife to like, shut up.
Okay.
And it's like, I don't say that. It's not really in my thing to tell people to shut up. Like, I don't really have a temper, so.
Yep.
Now, I'll take that back in a weird way. I don't have a temper towards people.
Okay.
I've noticed I do have a temper towards inanimate objects.
Okay.
So if I'm working on an engine, like a small engine, or if my computer breaks, because I know how it kind of operates, I can see myself get kind of irritated with it and be like, "Damn it, work!" And and then I get embarrassed by that. Like, and so I try to keep it kind of like quiet. Yeah. Like, and I do a lot better than I used to.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that bothers me too with it all. It's like I have a temper, but not towards people.
Yeah.
Like, I've learned how to manage my emotions with my wife and my kids, and and it's not like, I don't like throw stuff or swear at people, but it's like I've been known to just like swear at the garage door.
Yeah.
You know?
Makes sense. You're frustrated at the garage door.
Right,
you might swear at it, right?
You know.
Yeah.
or maybe swear at the dog. But
Yeah.
we have a dog.
Oh, you have a dog?
Yes,
Okay.
we have a 3-year-old mixed hound.
Okay.
About 50, 60-pound dog.
Oh, nice. So is that was your furry baby your first baby?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got the dog, and then
Cool.
we had the baby, and now the dog and the baby are best friends.
Oh, sweet. I know. Yeah, they can become like super protective of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, little ones.
I'd started noticing that because we'll go in the backyard, and our fence line shares with the neighbor, so like his fence,
Oh yeah.
and he has 2 sheepdogs,
Oh, cool.
and then our dog they'll run and play, and if we ever, sometimes I'll let him, because he's an older guy, I think he's divorced, or and his wife, not a good relationship.
Okay.
Like the kids are grown up, moved out.
Gotcha.
His wife doesn't live at the house anymore.
Okay.
I think he's an alcoholic. I'm pretty sure he's an alcoholic, but he's just a friendly guy. Like
a friendly alcoholic.
he's a friendly alcoholic cowboy.
Oh, cool.
Because
Okay.
he trims hooves on cattle.
Oh wow. Okay.
But he got like his 3rd or 4th DWI a while ago, so he doesn't drive anymore.
Okay.
That doesn't. So, but he's just a friendly, neighborly guy. He helps people in the neighborhood. So sometimes I'll bring Olivia over. He loves to say hi to her, and then when I put her over there on his side, because he has like a little mini pool he puts up in the summer, and
Aw.
the dog gets really anxious and starts like barking and like
Okay.
wants to be with her. So that's why I noticed there's like a
that's
connection.
So sweet.
It's like,
Aw.
Jersey, shut up.
Yeah.
Jersey, you're being loud.
Yeah. What kind of dog is Jersey?
Like a hound mix.
A hound mix. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So like,
Oh, so he's
lab.
like vocal or
What's-
not? Is he vocal?
yeah.
Because he's of the hound, right? Or vocal. Hound.
Like she'll bark at people outside the window.
Okay.
Like she'll be staring out the window in the living room and watching the street.
Yeah.
And even it's like the neighbors. She's knows who the neighbors are.
Yeah.
She'll start. "Ruff, ruff." Like it's the neighbors. Like
Yeah.
you see them every day. They're the
So
neighbors.
funny.
Like. So, but she's pretty vocal. She's gotten more vocal. She's gotten older.
Yeah. Okay.
So, she's never like bit anyone. She's not aggressive or anything.
Yeah.
She's just a giant dopey puppy.
Cool.
So,
Nice. So yeah, any other family supports, like extended family?
my father lives about 2 miles away from us in Fridley.
Cool.
He recently remarried because my mother passed in 2013.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. So he met a woman like a year ago, and then
Oh.
they got married really fast, but yet they just clicked. And
Yeah.
so we've kind of grown as a family, like because she lost her husband to a car accident.
Oh, okay.
I forgot, like 5 years. I don't remember how long ago, and the creepy thing is that her husband worked for Honeywell and my dad works for Honeywell.
Oh,
And
funny.
they're both engineers.
Wow.
So that's kind of the weird thing, but she has 5 adult children.
Okay.
And then, so they have kids, so now there's like 14 grandchildren,
Oh.
like between my sister has 3,
Yeah.
I have 1,
Uh-huh.
and then she has 5 kids with multiple. So there's like,
Okay.
it's kind of a madhouse when they all get together.
I'm sure. How has it been, the blending of the families? Has it
So
been...
far, so good.
Yeah.
They seem nice and decent people.
Yeah.
You know, there hasn't been any issues or problems.
That's cool.
Because they're all,
Around.
yeah, they're around, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been kind of neat.
Yeah.
And then he helped his new wife. They sold her house
Okay.
out in Lino Lakes Lino Lakes on it was on a lake. It was a giant house. Like they built it. Like it was pretty much a mansion.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
It was a
sounds
giant. It had
mansion.
it was on the lake. It had 3 floors, a giant game room, the basement. They had like a relaxing room within the master bedroom. Where
A
it was,
relaxing room and
so
a
basically, there was a
master
master bedroom, and then you went into this other room, and it was kind of small, but there was like a love seat in there,
Okay.
a TV, a wet bar, and like a microwave, and like a sink, and like I was like, holy crap, her old husband knew how to relax, I guess. Like,
So cool. That
So-
sounds like an apartment. That sounds like an apartment,
Yeah.
but within a house.
like a giant walk-in closet and stuff. So, but they sold that, and then so she moved in with my dad in his house, and for the little townhouse.
Okay.
Just because they couldn't choose, like it's too big of a house for just them two, and the
Yep.
upkeep, and
Yep.
there's just no reason to keep it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was kind of recently they got that accomplished, so now they're kind of going through all this stuff
Nice.
purging, you know.
Yeah, which can be therapeutic. Well, and hard, because
Yeah.
it brings up a lot of stuff, too.
Mhm. So that's some other supports. My dad's always been there and supportive for me and stuff. And
Nice.
not too much else. I have friends, but I don't see them too often.
Because you have a lot.
Yeah, a lot going on.
Yeah. So, you mentioned the stress
Mhm.
or lack of patience or minimal patience with your daughter.
Yeah.
What other roles do you have going on in your life right now? Like, what are you?
I'm a student. Well, yeah, I'm a student
Okay.
at Augsburg in the MSW program.
Cool.
Been
How's
doing-
that going?
It's going, for the most part, pretty well. Second year student, so that's nice. It seems more manageable this second year.
Does it?
Yeah, the first year was a lot, and it was kind of intense because I'd been out of school for about 6 months.
Gotcha.
But the second year, it seems more pliable for some reason.
Okay.
Like, I think it's because I know what to expect.
Yeah, that
And
makes
how
sense.
to manage the time and when to do work and when to do schoolwork and basically I have a metaphor in my head of like juggling balls and knowing which ball I can let drop.
That makes sense.
You know. So then I work part-time as a chemical health assessor at an outpatient treatment clinic.
Oh, nice.
So Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, and then I do my internship on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Wow.
So
That's a lot.
yeah.
A lot.
So
That may or may not contribute to the lack of patience, right?
yeah,
That's a lot
and then
too.
with work, it's I meet with 3 people a day,
Okay. And how?
so and that's okay. It's
Yeah.
manageable. I can do it. I've been very so about my work there. I've been with the same company since I got my bachelor's and my license.
Which was when? How long ago?
I was licensed in 2017, but I've been working in the chemical health field probably since 2014.
Okay.
So, but I used to be a group counselor, and then when I went back to school, I stepped down from there because I couldn't run a caseload because
Yeah.
of everything. So now I'm just doing the assessments, which I like it,
Yeah.
but I guess I don't know if I like working for a giant company anymore.
Yeah.
It's a for-profit company, so
It
it has its pros and cons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like the people I work with. I really haven't been too happy with management
Okay.
and leadership.
Yep.
I have a joke with one of my coworkers.
Yeah.
Because we sit and talk, and I go, are we just that like dysfunctional in the head or something that we just like being taken advantage of because we're like I'm probably one of the longest employees at the outpatient clinic that's been there.
Okay.
That's stuck around.
Okay.
And it's like I've never liked. I guess I'm not one of those that wants to move around and work.
Okay.
Like my last job before that, I worked at Ashley Furniture Warehouse for 10 years, over 10 years.
Wow. Wow.
So I did that while I was going to school
Mm-hmm.
and doing all that, and did my internship. And I even worked there while working at the chemical for a little bit until my daughter was. When my wife went back after maternity leave.
Okay. Yep.
So it was like I couldn't go in the evenings, and I'd go in the evenings and do stuff there.
Okay.
I
Wow.
finally stopped.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to stay on? I'm like, no, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
But sometimes I miss that type of work where it's kind of brainless and
Yeah. You don't take it, much home. You
Right.
you leave work at work.
So
You can do most of the stuff on autopilot.
you pretty much drive a forklift around.
Yeah, cool. Oh, you got to drive a forklift.
Yeah,
Nice.
we rise up into the racks.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun, but.
That would be fun.
So I think, so that's the rules I take on, and then I try to just relax when I have time, or enjoy my evenings with my family. I usually, like with schoolwork, I'll do like the weekends when I'm not in school. I'll work usually during the afternoon and mornings,
Okay.
and then stop by 3 or 4,
Cool.
and then spend the evening with my family.
Nice.
Go out to eat or do whatever it may be.
Yeah.
During the weeks where school is basically like I'll go to work Friday, get off of work,
Yeah.
go to school, go home, everyone's in bed, go to bed, Get up before everyone, go to school. And then Saturdays when I come home, I don't do any schoolwork that day because I've already been in school all day, and it just means no reason to.
Yeah.
Unless something really needs to get done.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably do 3 or 4 hours of schoolwork that following Sunday during the day.
Yeah.
I'll usually skip church and just stay home or watch church online or something.
Yeah.
Because my wife will take her to church.
Okay, so you guys go to church.
Yep.
Nice.
And then so she can go to church and then it's quiet around the house.
Yep.
So.
Cool. What else? Oh, I was gonna ask. So, how is your sleeping?
My sleeping is actually, I'm not gonna say impeccable, but it's. So I have mild sleep apnea.
You do? Okay.
Yes, I wear a dental device at night.
Okay. For the sleep apnea.
For the sleep apnea,
Okay.
which cuts down on the sleep apnea or the snoring.
Okay.
And then I recently, I've done the dental device for about a year because I was diagnosed with sleep apnea probably a number of years ago, but I've never been able to adapt to using a CPAP machine.
Yeah, because those are pretty disruptive, right?
Well, I'm a stomach sleeper, and then you have the hose, and you can't really. It's kind of hard to sleep on your stomach.
Yep.
With the machine, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't use it for a long time, and then finally,
Okay.
after I decided to try a dental device, and it's actually worked. So I went in for another study to see if it was working, actually, because I didn't know if it was working.
Yeah.
My wife's like, "Well, here's you still snore a little bit."
Yeah.
But she's like, "It's a lot better, but still."
Okay. Yeah.
So I went into it. We did another study. He said that the sleep apnea actually was gone. Like, the device was working. I wasn't...
Oh,
breathing
wow.
was perfect.
Yeah.
But I noticed that I had restless legs.
Okay.
So I noticed, even though the apnea was gone, I would still move a lot at night.
Okay.
I didn't feel like I was ever getting full amount of sleep. So they prescribed me gabapentin, and it actually works pretty well. So I take it about an hour before I go to bed.
Okay.
And it's not like it's not a sleep aid, and it's not a sedative at all. It's just it affects your nerves.
Okay.
So
because I've never heard of it, so
yeah,
enlighten me.
It's used for seizures, and sometimes they give it to people for anxiety. Sometimes they use it kind of sometimes for mental health. I've heard of people that for the people who have, I don't want to say schizoaffective disorder, sometimes they'll be on it like high dosages of it. But mine's only like 100 milligrams to 300, and I can just play with it. And usually it's about 200 is pretty good, 100 on low. Okay. I tried 300 once, and it was kind of a little groggy in the morning.
But
so I'm like, we're not doing the 300 anymore.
Yeah.
So it's actually improved. I go to bed usually every night around 9.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm up at around 5:15.
Okay.
Every day, pretty much.
That's good though. That's
it's about 7 hours. I'm averaging about 7.
Okay.
7.
Nice. And how about your eating? How's that with your hectic lifestyle?
That's probably. I don't eat a lot of junk food.
Yeah.
I may not eat a lot during the day, just with work. Sometimes the assessments they don't really grant me a specific break time.
Okay.
So sometimes I can fit it between an assessment if I remember.
Yeah.
Sometimes the assessments and the appointments are just back to back to back.
Yeah.
And if they go long or something, it's just constantly going until the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can get it in, I'll eat if I can.
Yeah.
I haven't had that much I haven't done breakfasts that much recently, except on the weekends, like breakfast.
Okay. Like with the family kind of thing?
Well,
or?
like today I ate around 10 when I made some eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the family.
Okay.
Usually during the work week, not too much, just a cup of coffee, and maybe if I get to work and I have downtime, I'll have like a yogurt or some granola.
Yeah.
Or it's been getting kind of bad, but I'll sometimes stop off at McDonald's and get like the breakfast sandwiches, like 2 for $4 or something.
Because it's cheap and convenient.
Yes.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
So, but not terrible. I mean, we go out and we eat or I have dinner every night together, and so it's not terrible. I go to the doctor yearly just to get a physical to make sure everything's fine, and usually the blood work's always on par. He's even told me if you wanted to, you could eat more red meat or something. I really like red meat, but okay.
Yeah, you don't like red meat?
Not too much. wouldn't say I don't like it, but I just like it. I'm not one of those that would be like, I want my burger.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't.
Okay.
Like, we made some burgers the other night, and they were really good.
Yeah.
But it was like a jalapeno and cheddar kind of burger, and I basically grilled them on the stove, and then I saved mine, and then I ate the next day at work, and I was really impressed with it. I was like, holy crap, that was good.
Yeah, oh cool.
But
Nice.
usually we eat
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
does sound
like
good.
chicken and fish.
Nice. Cool.
Or steamed veggies.
Yeah, healthy.
Yeah.
Right on. Do you use any chemicals?
I enjoy beer.
Beer,
We
yeah.
like beer.
Yeah. How many beers do you drink a week or a month or?
Maybe 2 to 4 in a week.
Okay,
So,
cool. Nice.
no drugs. Yeah, no really hard liquor. Don't like hard liquor.
No.
No.
Nice.
So I'll make you throw up.
Yeah.
Good on that.
Yeah, cool. Right on.
Yep.
So kind of going back to your main concern, of feeling like you have like a lack of
Patience.
patience for your little one. So would that be the main thing you'd like to focus on if we were to
Yeah, I
continue to
think
work
one of
together,
their
or-
strategies to become patient or just to
Yeah.
accept things that are always going to go the way I need them to go.
Yeah.
Not that they're going really wrong,
Yeah.
but it's almost like skills for internal like relaxation of being like when I feel anxious, like, or, you know,
Yeah.
or feel like I'm repeating myself over and over. Stop that, stop that, don't do that,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and that makes sense. And like with a 2-year-old, yeah, I just feel like that's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
And you know that, you said it yourself, that you're
Yeah, I mean,
cognizant of her
I
developmental
mean, yeah,
age.
I've read
Yeah.
a bunch of books on brain development and parenting stuff, and
Yeah.
I mean, it all fits perfectly. I understand, like, you know, so I think I get it. It's just maybe practicing it more and just accepting it and
That makes
realizing
sense.
it, you know, because it's not like not abusive or anything. I don't
No.
support my kids or anything, but it's
No.
just like the internal icky feelings
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
of like, learning patience with it and just accepting it.
Yeah,
So.
that makes sense. So if we were to continue to work
Mhm.
together, what would like good work look like to you? If we were to continue and meet to...
I think maybe like a patient journal, like
Okay.
when I get
that.
anxious, maybe like write down like why I got anxious, what was the factors that brought it on, and how
Yeah.
did I handle it, maybe how long did I have that feeling for,
Yeah, I love that.
and then analyze it and going, you know, how many times is it happening in a day, what was the factors around it. I know a clear example of last week there I found myself getting anxious or worked up was, it wasn't that bad, but like I'd pick her up from daycare, we're going out to the car,
Okay.
I put her in the car, and then she wants to get in the car seat on her own, which is fine,
Yeah.
but then she'll get in the car seat, and then she'll stand in the car seat,
Yeah.
and then want to look in the trunk as I'm standing there hanging out with them, afraid to be hit by cars in the parking lot. Please sit down. Please sit down.
Yeah.
You need to sit down. And then, or she'll want to buckle herself up, but yet she can't fully do it. And it's like, no, we need to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed something really triggered me was, which doesn't happen too often, but is if I go from straight from work and go and pick her up and take her home,
Yeah.
I get really anxious and very edgy because I feel like a lot is going on, because usually what I'll do is if I get off of work at a decent time, I'll go home, I'll get the dog out, I'll take the dog out,
Yeah.
maybe even take the dog for a walk, and then I'll go get her around 5.
Yeah.
And then everyone's calm, the dog is fine, but
Yeah.
it's like when I went straight from work to pick her up, to home with the dog, it was like a constant battle, because it was like, she's like, oh, I wanted to be in the backyard, and she starts crying, and I put her in the backyard, and it's like, I'm gonna go get the dog because the dog's probably gotta take a leak.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's freaking out. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
please calm down.
Like, yeah.
So it feels like just a constant,
Yeah.
and that's like the biggest thing. But
And those transitions are hard. You know what I mean? When you're transitioning from work
Mhm.
to parenthood, and from parenthood, well, yeah, and then to home. Yeah, those can be like times that produce anxiety, or just, yeah, like you
yeah,
don't have a lot of patience. That makes sense. So So yeah, good stuff. How did it feel to come in today? How did this feel?
Felt good. I think I was able to name something and put it on, recognize it being an issue, or at least something that I don't like about the way my processes work.
Yeah.
Instead of just being there, it's like, okay, I can see what, and trying to figure out maybe, I guess looking at solid strategies on how to minimize or how to maybe shift the different roles.
Yeah.
Instead of always being one big blended role.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually pretty good on like leaving stuff at work. Like,
okay.
Like I don't really worry about patients or too much or anything like that. I don't, I'm pretty good at just leaving it.
Yeah. So. Cool. That can be stuff we can explore in the future if you choose to proceed with our work. So good stuff. It looks like our time's up.
Okay.
It was really nice meeting you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.